Okay, so I wanted to do a quick video about this house and how I tried to make it a home. Um, I haven't made as much money as Heather, but I've been trying and I've failed at a few things. Um, and but I This is important to me because I want people to understand everything that I've done to try to make this a home and to make her happy. So let's start in this room. I redid that um, the curtain rod. I have rehung the curtains. I painted this whole room. I had the white trim traded out. I put up that shelf there. I put up that shelf. I bought those plants. Um, I put up this decoration. I put up this frame here. I had the doors painted. I know they're not perfect, but at least they're not brown and they don't clash. That was supposed to be a temporary fix. I put up this thing. I bought this bed. I installed this headboard. I bought these lights at Lowe's. Um, I hung the pictures on the wall. I had this new ceiling fan installed. I bought that at Lowe's and I had it installed. Um, I redid even down to the minute details of redoing the covers on the electrical units. I put in this door stop. I bought these crates right there and right over here. I bought that fan right there. Moving on to the bathroom, I had the floor redone. It's not perfect. It didn't turn out exactly the way I wanted. That was Heather's idea to do the penny tile. I redid this vanity. I painted this whole room. I had the mirrors encased. I redid the faucets. Again, I redid even down to the details of these covers. I bought the rugs, painted the doors. I had the shower tiled so we could clean it better. I bought that caddy right there. I rehung the mirror. I bought those towels. I put up those painting or those artwork from my kids. I redid this toilet thing as it used to be on the vanity over here. I installed that. Probably more in there, but moving on. In the hallway, I painted this whole hallway. I changed out these lights to make them low profile and neat. I put up this new thermostat. Our heat didn't come on one time, so I had an electrician come over and rewire the thing downstairs. I didn't know you had to do that. I put in this little slider there. I bought that at Hobby Lobby, and I put this new picture up. I cleaned up this whole area. I got a whole set of new fire alarms that have carbon monoxide poisoning detectors. Okay, moving on into this room, I made the initiative and I bought some new washer and dryer. I hung this cord. I had my mom do this. I put up this new curtain in the back. I was responsible for putting up this shelf here. Also knocking out the closet, and my contacts did this. I put up new hangers. I bought those bins. I put up this for hats. I bought this rug. I had this floor redone. I put up this new thing for the hats and also for messages and stuff. I had this built. This was my idea. I put in this doorstop. The shoe rack is built into the wall, gets the shoes off the floor. I bought that tub right there. Let's see, moving on to the kitchen. My contact did all of these handles on everything. I bought those knives. I bought this. I installed this cool banana hanger right there. My brother-in-law put in the backsplash. I bought the utensils thing. I paid for all of these. I paid for all of these appliances in the kitchen. I bought this. I bought that. Let's see. I hung these, and I bought the frames for these paintings or these prints. I bought this. I've taken care of these plants. I love these plants. I installed these shelving units. I redid the curtains. I put in a new curtain rod. I redid the art corner here. I bought all these bins and reorganized it. I put in this floating shelf with these plants. I redid these and hung these. The couches, I purchased those myself at Furniture Row. I put in this new sound bar. I bought this unit here. I did this plant and I hung that. I found the stud and hung that. My mom put in those blinds. Let's see. I did these floating shelves. I installed these plants. These are my pots from when I was in high school. I hung this mirror. I put up, these are my little plants that I've gotten and taken care of. I painted that door. I hung this new thing that's been covered up. It's about our family. I hung this picture. Okay, moving on into Eleanor's room. I gave her the floating shelf there. I fixed her old rickety drawer there at one point. It's still broken. I painted this room. I redid the trim. I put in a new smoke alarm so she was safe with the carbon monoxide. I redid this whole closet. I had that light put in. The hallway, I cleaned this, or I painted this whole thing. I put in a new smoke alarm and that. I painted those doors. I put in new flooring in here to match the other one, a new vanity. I hung this cool mirror for the girls for their makeup. I put in that shelf right there. I put that thing around the casing around the mirror. I hung this. I had the behind the shower tiled again so we could clean it. I got Heather bought this, but I installed it. I put up that painting. Annabelle's room, I painted it. I redid her closet to match Eleanor's. I put in that doorstop. I bought this down in Nubo for Annabelle, so along with that. I bought this bed as well with the trundle. I got the mattress separate. I redid her clothes, or her, curtain rod so it wasn't falling down. I put in these blinds. Moving on. The stairway, I painted these stairs and the banisters. I redid that, it was all brown. I take care of these plants. I put in this new light. I hung my aunt's artwork. I did it all. I redid this light right here. I painted these doors. I had this floor redone. I put in those new vanities. I hung that shelf. I had the mirror cased. I put up a new shower curtain. I did the artwork here and hung it. I bought that caddy in there. I redid this because it was on the side of the old vanity, the toilet roll. I redid all of the trim down here. I painted this whole basement. I had the fireplace redone. It was black. I had all of these, I bought all of these bins. I I painted this. I actually had this installed by one of my friends who saw that there was a hole there and they could put in these floating shelves. I did that. I did right down again to the details of the casings on the electrical things. I hung all of the artwork. I put in this booth. I bought this and installed it. I had this little bar put in. I did that shelf. These are my collections with Eleanor. They mean the world to me from our nature hiking. I put up all of these pictures. I had this light installed. I had that installed. I did all of this. The S, I had that was mine. The shelf I bought, all of these things I organized. I bought this fridge and I installed it. This furniture, I bought it. I had to rent a U-Haul to pick it up and drag it to Iowa City, so along with the tables and that. I put in all of these pictures. Heather bought that shelf, but I bought all of these things here. I had a surround system put in right there and right there and there and there. I bought this TV and installed it. The new trim and the paint, I did all of that. The playroom, my contacts did this. They redid the whole playroom. It was an extra storage room. They painted it. They did the trim. They did the lighting. They did the door and the closet. The storage room, it's a mess, but I have cleaned it out like 5 times and organized it the best I could. My office, I bought that desk. I put it all together. I hung my paintings. I got this little section for the girls, organized that. I bought this shelf, made it my own. I bought that shelf and tried to organize and make the house look better. I put all my movie stubs in a poster. I did a floating shelf there. I bought that. I put in the new ceiling fan. I put in the new casings on the electricals. Moving on to the garage. My shoes on. Okay, the garage. I installed the TV. I stripped these steps. I stained them. I put these strips on here so we wouldn't slip. I painted this door. I redid the door handle. I put in that kick plate. I hung all these shelves. I painted the whole garage and the ceiling. That was hard. I put in those lights. I put in these shelving units. I put in that organization system on the side over there. I bought this mini fridge. I do the cans. I take out the garbage. I hung that shelf. I put in these other shelves. I bought these freezers and keep them here. We have extra food there. I had the bike racks installed. Moving on to outside. Oh, I've had the garage door fixed multiple times. I put in that extra storage unit underneath that where the tube is on up there. That wasn't very easy. Let's see, the yard, I maintain the yard. I put in that mailbox. I had these lights redone. I bought these flower pots, matched the fence. I had the tree trim so we could walk under. I removed all of these bushes and redid the landscaping outside. There were giant bushes that were up over the window. I did the window box and installed it. I did this new hose caddy. I put in these rocks. I have tended to the gutters. I bought that. I redid this so it wasn't moldy. I put in some plastic board there. I put on the screen door. I put on this ring. I put in a new light. I redid these mats. I mow the lawn. I buzz the lawn. After the derecho, knocked down our fence. I did all of this landscaping right here. After the derecho knocked down the fence, I organized getting a new fence. I stained the fence 3 different times. I redid this. Got a few weeds right now because I haven't been paying attention. I put in this wood thing. I redid the shed after the derecho knocked down our other one. I put in this concrete. I put in this floating garden. I did this landscaping. I did these window covers. I have cleaned out the vent for the dryer. I bought all this furniture. I put together that picnic table. I put together that trampoline. I put together that hammock. I did this landscaping right here. I did these bushes. I bought this, I got sunflower growing in there, and I painted that. I stained that thing to match the fence. Again, I put up this fence. I stained it. Spent me 3 days, hundreds of dollars. I moved this swing set over. I restained it white. I fixed all of these things after the derecho. This tree I saved after another storm. It's growing now again. I put in the landscaping around the trees. Oh, I dealt with the roof after we had hail damage, and I had that redone. I put in this landscaping here. It doesn't look like much now, a lot of weeds, but we got some milkweed there. I put in these new hanging plants right here. Again, I do the mowing, I do the buzzing. Virtually everything around you that you can see is something that's been maintained by me. So again, I've done everything I can to try to make this a home and give whatever I can, even if I haven't been able to make as much money as Heather. So that's not to mention that I do all of the grocery shopping, all of the garbage, all of the lawn, the vacuuming, the cleaning. The list goes on.